There are 2 reasons your ADHD makes you attracted to narcissists. Let's dive in. Hey guys, I'm Candace If you are new here, please click the subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications when I release new videos. And if you've been with me for a while, thank you so much and welcome back. Let's dive in. First thing is this. A lot of people who have ADHD or feel like they are neurodivergent find their way to my coaching. Why is that? Because they're either in a toxic relationship or they have emotional wounds or they were scapegoated or there's some shame or they just feel like they're different in the world. Hi, that's me. I understand being labeled of ADHD at age 7 and really having to navigate a medication-free life by really healing my wounds and finding my purpose is probably one of my biggest reasons for doing this work. I'm not saying everybody will do it that way, but that was my story. I was on Ritalin from 7 to 17, and then I never took it again, and I walked into my purpose and healed a lot of wounds and realized that a lot of my symptoms were healing. And so that's one of the things I want to talk to you about. One of the reasons a lot of ADHD people are attracted to narcissists is you might have had a narcissistic parent that shamed you or scapegoated you for your neurodiversity. You may have come from an emotionally immature home where your ADHD was the family's problem, where you were the kid that got to be the diagnosed patient and shamed for your difference. If you had a narcissistic parent, you were the target because any way that they can confirm you're different or wrong, that's where they win. And it took me years and years and years to undo that programming to know that, oh my gosh, it was never me. My difference is actually my gift. But because of that, you're in the emotional imprint and in the original trauma bond that never got healed. So you're still attracting these trauma bonds. The love bombing that makes you fill that void, and then the discard and the devaluation. And you're still trying to earn love from the one that's hurting you because you still think you need to earn love. You still think that, oh gosh, this is just like my parents. There's something I'm not doing right. If they're treating me a certain way, what did I do wrong? All of that is wrong. You can't do anything to make people treat you a certain way. That is who they are regardless of you, right? But the other reason that a lot of ADHDers are attracted to narcissists is because of the dopamine hit with the trauma bond, is because we are excited about intensity, because we are easily distracted and bored, and we like that cycle in our nervous system that feels like shit, but at the same time, it gives us that hit that we need. And so we're busy blaming ourselves. What's wrong with me? What do I need to heal? Why am I still attracted to narcissists? Well, you're still attracted to them because of the nervous system hit, the dopamine hit. And then when they do their withdrawal, right? When they withdraw from you and you're in withdrawal, then the dopamine is like at a low, low level. And then they come back in and give you attention. It's a high, high level. So the drug cycle continues. You really need to understand that. It's not your fault. Number one, you could have had a narcissistic parent. And by the way, let me say something else about that. I have coached many, many, many ADHDers, right? And many, many people with narcissistic parents. And there is an overlap sometimes because also you have to understand when you have a narcissistic parent, you are being emotionally abused on a regular basis. You are hyper vigilant. You have high sense perception to figure out how to make everyone feel good in a room. Speaking of room, I have to mention my Truth Room. We just relaunched 3 new levels of my Truth Room membership. It is 50% off for a lifetime if you guys sign up this week. The 50% off lifetime guarantee ends March 7th, but enrollment doesn't end until March 16th, I believe. It's important to get in groups like this to neutrally observe people and to also know that you're not alone and to also realize that everything is connected because how we do one thing, we do all things. And if we don't heal certain wounds, then we will continue to look for evidence in our environment. And in these groups, level 2, by the way, is all of my online courses. For just $248 a month, you get all of my courses, which is like $13,000 value. So people are signing up because they want live calls with me every week, but also they want to do all the courses and not have to pay. So that's a good option. You can also change to different levels while you're in the membership at 50% off if you get in this week. So also my inner work is level 3. If you want that deep dive with me every week, just check out the Truth Room. I'm going to put the link down in my bio. But I create this room of really mirroring everyone's truth because we didn't have an emotional mirror when we had a narcissistic parent. And when we're ADHD in a neurotypical world, we also didn't have a mirror. So a lot of people who deal with narcissists in their life and a lot of people who have ADHD, you both have the same thing going on. You didn't have a secure, correct emotional mirror. And so you're constantly looking to that unavailable person to mirror you or love you, but you're not even fully available to your own inner child. So you can't actually allow someone in who's going to be totally intimate into those ways because your transparency and your vulnerability is at high risk. So doing that deep inner child work of coming to be one with your own inner child is what will stop making you be attracted to this because you will start to understand it with boundaries and discernment. One of my courses in the Truth Room is my Boundaries Bootcamp course, which is inner, outer, and energetic boundaries. People freak out over that class because you have to understand that when you're highly sensitive or you're ADHD and neurodivergent or you came from a narcissistic parent, you are on high alert. You don't have the proper boundaries because your boundaries weren't allowed, which meant you're going to have an uncertain identity if you can't be strong in your boundaries and trust yourself. You were taught not to trust yourself only if other people validate you. I'll teach you how to self-validate, self-regulate, all those things. So it's not your fault if you're ADHD and attracting narcissists. It's not your fault if you had a narcissistic parent, and there's nothing wrong with you if you're neurodivergent. You're one of my people. I also want to encourage you guys to get on my book release list because I will be releasing my book this year about neurodivergence, narcissism, all the things. And I want you to be the first to know. So if you're not on my newsletter or you're not on that list, please do that. All the links will be in the description. Also, don't forget to check out my Instagram and my podcast. I am on the Instagram daily and I am releasing podcasts every week. I want you guys to let me know what podcast do you want to hear? What new video do you need? And if you join the Truth Room, I'm so excited to meet you in person soon. I love you guys and have a great week.